Okay, so knee valgus, whether it's squat, deadlift, really anything ever, it's almost never a glute med weakness. If it was genuinely a glute med weakness, then we're talking a neurological issue, and that's almost certainly not the majority of cases. So, almost without exception, when it comes to knees caving on the deadlift or even in your squat, right, it's always going to come down to your feet, and then also your feet. Reason being is it's the foot mechanics, right? If it starts from the bottom and comes up, that's where your forces are derived from. Ground reactive forces. The way that we lift weights is we transfer force either from the bench, if it's a bench press, or the floor, the ground, through our bodies into the bar to produce motion, to lift the weight. So there's a couple ways that you can manage your foot mechanics. But let's just start with a very rudimentary, basic version. And by rudimentary, I mean somewhat complex. So the most basic way that we're gonna do this is, and I have a ton of other longer format videos, this is a very short format video, is you're going to essentially grab the ground, so arching your foot, and one way you can achieve that, just at first, is kind of let the foot get some lateral pressure and then draw that medial side in, then go ahead and a little bit of valgus, put that pressure back on the medial side. This way you have pressure here and here. I'm actually gonna say right now, don't worry about the lateral pressure, because once we're done with what we're doing, you'll feel it evenly in all three spots. So right now, I want you to practice grabbing the ground, and then I want you to bias that medial foot pressure here, and you're almost gonna look like this, and this is how you'll see me actually set up my deadlifts. And then, now that you have your arch, you've grabbed the floor, you're gonna use your glutes, and you can have your hands on your glutes at first. Maintain that foot, rotate out. Squeeze the glutes, meaning contract as if you're trying to like hold a coin between your butt cheeks. Right now, no matter what we do, you can't push my legs anywhere. If I just have loosey-goosey feet and I'm pushing my knees out using my glutes, which are cramping right now, look at that, I can push it all day. Knee valgus has nothing to do with weak glute meds. Almost always it has to do with the feet. So again, let's do a squat version, right? A little wide. Grab the floor, slight internal rotation, so we're on that medial side. Now we're going to externally rotate. We'll drop into the squat, maintaining that foot pressure. You can't push this, and I promise I'm being as honest as possible with the force right here. Loosey-goosey feet, pushing knees out just using glutes. I can literally just all day. So, the other added thing is, and this is a little bit more of an advanced cue for the deadlift, wherever you find your stance, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna grab the ground, medial pressure, externally rotate, and now you have that force on the lateral side as well as the 2 points in the medial, so you're your tripod foot. You can almost imagine not just pushing the ground straight down, but kind of in, right? And what that's gonna do, that's gonna fire off your adductors. That's gonna help pop it off the ground and make the transfer to your posterior chain, your glutes and hams, a whole lot easier. It's a lot of pressing and a lot of pulling strength that you're gonna get just from getting those adductor magnuses on. So, last time, grab the ground, medial pressure, rotate out. When you go down, whether you like to hinge down and then knees, or kind of squat down and then hinge, whatever works for you, have almost a little bit of your heel pretending to touch each other, or push the force this way while you're pushing down. You're gonna get in a crazy pop off the ground, a little bit of knees out, just watch your grip, make sure it's wide enough that you don't bam into your hands, and there you go.